blocking his mix-up and like throwing his mix-up and stuff the other day.
Yeah.
Just like every time I play against Andrew, I get steamrolled. So I haven't played against Andrew since, so I don't know if any of that training's gone to good use. I might have forgotten it all. Yeah, Leo Fox.
Leo Fox. All right. Hey, you know what? It's a good game. Screw you guys.
Slayer also fucks.
Oh shit! Wrong tags. My bad.
Is this the losers finals?
This is.
Okay.
I messed up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
GlacialReign on player one side.
Yeah.
Sora.
Sora's playing Slayer against Leo, which both they train. Yeah. This is bullshit, he says.
Why? Oh, is it the music?
Yeah. Oh, there's the Leo privilege 5H. I don't know why Andrew's trying to reset Slayer. Probably because it works against me.
Is it because Slayer has that backdash?
I don't think this matchup's like unfavorable anymore.
What the hell happened there?
But it's probably Leo can kind of go ape in this one compared to like some other matchups. That was fucked up.
Man,
like,
that is ambiguous as fuck.
He spent like 25. The thing is, he spent 25 meter to do like 10 damage.
Anti?
No, that whiffed. That super is really good because after the flash, it's 0 frames. So if you're not blocking before the flash, you'll get hit.
How do you react to that?
To the Leo cross up?
switches.
Yeah, you have to
DP.
throw that. So throws in this game are 0 frames, right?
Yeah.
So if you see him side switching you, you have to throw. And you just have to be confident in it that you're not going to do it too late or so you'll get kind of hit. Leo is so like what we were saying earlier, right? Like there's some characters in this game that put the onus on the opponent to play correctly, and there's some characters where you have to play correctly. Leo is a character where your opponent has to play correctly. Okay. Like you can do Leo things, and it's on your opponent to stop you from doing those things.
Okay.
Like that.
So it's Leo's side play.
Yeah. Slayer is also kind of like that, right? So like Milia, you kind of have to play perfectly and not mess up. But if you do, she's really good. Leo's kind of like the opposite, where your opponent has to like play really solidly to not lose to Leo. So with the low, but Tony didn't do the combo. He's really consistent on throwing that though, which is nice. And then he did a kind of cool throw combo that he didn't finish. That was cool. Yeah, so I don't know. Andrew's kind of just running into Slayer 6P. He's like pretty experienced in this matchup because he's played against a bunch of different Slayers.
Yeah.
But Tony's Slayer in particular is like a very special breed of Slayer that I can't really describe. Tony, like even in this matchup where Leo should be.
Who won? Oh,
Leo.
Shit.
Yeah, they traded. Even in this matchup where Leo should be the aggressor, Tony is being the aggressor. So that's how I would describe Tony's playstyle. And he's switching characters. Big surprise. Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll forgive that. Put Magnolia Claire.
What's that?
Okay. That's Kai's theme. It's like the best theme in the game, in my opinion. That's not home food grade. Oh, is it? Generally, like when I play in tournament, the monitors don't have audio anyways, so.
Really?
So Tony's been like incredibly consistent. Yeah, Andrew needs the fuzzy jump out of that. Tony's been incredibly consistent on throwing Rekka 2 when Leo tries to go into it from 5 slash or 5 heavy. So Andrew might need to adapt and start doing like Rekka 1 or like just switching right into back stance or something. Because Tony's showing that that's not going to work on it. Hopefully he'll finish this combo. Yeah.
That's a sweet combo.
Yeah.
Whoa, what's that?
I have no idea what he did there, to be honest. So, H-Boom Oki. Yeah, so that
That's
5H
slide?
into sweep, if you notice when I played against Bruce,
Yeah.
Bruce fuzzy jumped out of that every time. There's a giant gap there.
Okay.
You can't counter poke it, but you can just jump out and get away.
Can you fall down with a normal and continue, or?
I don't think so, because I think it recovers in time.
Oh,
But the thing
okay,
about
okay.
that sweep is it's generally -11, but it has like 20 active frames. So you can make it, if it hits on the last active frame, you can make it like +11. So if you do 5H into sweep, it's pretty much always like +5. So like if they respect that, it's a pressure reset.
Okay. Sweet.
So Leo needs to either flash kick in between those hits or jump out.
Okay. Cool.
Because if you block that, you let Slayer reset pressure for free, essentially.
That was a really good grab there, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the thing about
Good
grabs
take.
being in 0 frames in this game is you can do all sorts of like silly shit to throw people. Because you can do a move and that like moves you right towards them, and then right before it hits, RC it and throw them.
Okay. Sweet.
So that's like a Tony special. Tony does that with like every character he plays.
So just out of curiosity, on Wake Up, he does on his Oki, he does that purple swipe thing.
Yeah.
Is,
okay.
is there a reason for that?
Okay, yeah, so that swipe move is just like a mid, and it leads into the follow-up, which is the downwards overhead punch.
Ooh, good back dash there.
But Slayer, what you do is you whiff that swipe
Yeah.
purposely on Oki,
Yep.
and then you either do, oh my
a
god,
lot
charge
of
blitz
damage.
combo, just to drain some of his burst. You either do the overhead follow-up, which is throw and ball,
Yeah.
or you do a low, or you do the teleport cross-up.
Okay.
So
There.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
So
he did the low.
you whiff it, and then you're still plus enough, but it also gives you the option of doing the overhead follow-up.
Okay.
And the thing about the overhead follow-up, that was the worst fuzzy I've ever seen. Is the overhead follow-up is unthrowable.
Yep.
So all of Slayer's Oki options
Yep.
kind of leave him in throw range. Because throws are 0 frames, people can just wake up throw him. But if they try and throw him and he does the throw and ball and overhead, it counter hits and it ground bounces, and they lose the
get a
round.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you get counter hit by that, like you die. As
So
long
it's
as
like-
the Slayer knows what he's doing.
Okay, cool. Do you feel like Slayer is a rock, paper, scissors character?
He's a shithead character.
Shit, had a character.
Tony dropped his combo and it worked.
Damn, he still got it. Okay.
That's
So 1-1 apiece with 1 round apiece.
I kind
and
of
losers final.
made a comment that like I wanted to teach Tony like actual Slayer combos, but his
Wow.
Slayer would be worse. Like
Why?
because like part of Tony's like game plan is he's really good at scrambles.
Yeah.
So like when Tony drops his combos, a lot of the time he'll get a counter hit just because he's ready and his opponent's not.
Forces the
So
scramble.
it's
you
kind of Tony's playstyle. And if Tony just like went for Oki every time, I think he'd actually get less reward.
mean. Whoa, that was super
Yeah,
cool.
so Leo 5H is really good in this matchup.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That
cannon
super
not
is
gonna
also
hit.
0 frames after the flash. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's ginormous. Unfortunately, Andrew just
Oh,
like
nice overhead.
did not confirm it.
All right, so it's 2-1 for GlacialReign right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
2-1.
2-1 for you.
In a first to 3.
Yeah. Yeah, so Slayer, like, it's like, I think it's pretty admirable that, like, this matchup, generally, Slayer should be the one playing defensively and Leo should be the aggressor. But that the fact that Tony is able to be the aggressor
He's making
and
it work,
make
yeah.
Andrew, like, be
Respect,
like, okay, you're the
yep.
aggressor, says a lot about how he is at playing this matchup. It's pretty good.
All that shit looks ambiguous as fuck.
Yeah, Leo can be hard to block. Leo
Understatement.
Leo, I think, is like the definitive like scrub killer of this game.
Scrub killer.
Like if you're like new to this game, Leo will fuck you up. Slayer too, but like the thing about Slayer is Slayer like really only gets reward with 50 meter or counter hit, whereas Leo just gets reward off of a lot of shit. And you can try to just do like buttons into Rekkas and then do your mix up.
So his backdash has some invul properties, right?
Yeah.
Slayers?
Yeah,
Does his
so-
forward dash too?
It does, but not immediately.
Okay, not
So
as
like all
quick.
backdashes in this game are frame 1 invuln, and then they lose invuln at some point in them. Slayers loses it on like the 20th of 28 frames, I think.
Nice. Ooh,
So that's the counter hit that I'm
overhead.
talking about.
Was that the overhead counter?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So if you mash throw against Slayer, that happens.
Answering
He didn't even
back.
need the RC there, but Tony just did it to be like sure and like bait the burst.
So this is potentially
This is potentially
match
Andrew's
point
match
for
point.
Andrew.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
That's okay. I kind of want to see a game 3.
Yeah.
It's pretty hype.
Yeah, Tony can definitely do this.
Maybe not.
The thing about Tony is on defense with Slayer, he tries to do a lot of things. I mean, all Slayer players do. Because like if you have a jump cancelable invincible backdash, like
Yeah, you want to use it.
you like Slayer players are pretty infamous for never blocking. So you sort of have to, when you play against Slayer, you sort of have to just know what he's gonna do.
Good avoidance of the projectile there.
Yeah.
Overhead.
Oh, he's still plus, and there's the bite. Oh, Tony's just gonna. Yeah, that's incredibly like sus. He still got the buff though because he bit him twice, so it stacks now.
Oh, he has a buff now. Okay.
Yeah, so
sweet.
that purple. Oh, there we go. And we might see a game 3 as long as Tony. Okay, he
had all the meter. Oh,
he
throws.
did,
Is that
he
over?
didn't. That combo is like kind of hard, and I don't think Tony was like really ready to do it because he didn't want to drop it right and have Leo tech into his face.
Fair.
So, yeah. Rolling attack is straight down dandy.
So in grand finals, I believe we have Sage and GlacialReign. Is it Sage and GlacialReign?
Yeah, because Sage beat Tony, right? Tony, you lost to Phil? Okay. Yeah, so Sage versus GlacialReign will be our grand finals.